Fine-tune that and, search for it and let's, put it down on paper.
Now, you mentioned goals, right?
Right.
I mean, if I were to come in here and I said, hey, Jim, I want to lose 5 pounds, do you say, hey, I want to lose 25 pounds? Is that realistic for me to say?
Absolutely, absolutely. And the first thing that we talk about is eating habits. Eating habits are very important because people they come inside and they just want to pick up weights, thinking that it's just going to happen just by lifting weights. The first thing you have to think about is what do you put inside of your body? Calories, healthy calories. Because all calories, as my wife Futaba always mentions, is that all calories are not the same. So you have to think about what you're eating and what you're either poisoning your body with or what you're giving your body nutrition, healthy nutrition. So that's the first thing we talk about is how you're feeding your body. So that's how you're going to...
When do we start pushing weight?
People like
no, I want to push weight. When does that happen? I mean,
And there's a combination of pushing weight. And pushing weight doesn't mean heavy weight. Right? Pushing weight is that, you have to allow your body to adjust to certain weight. So I see some people come off the street, they'll come in without a warm-up, they'll just throw weight on the bar and just like push as much as they can. I saw a guy coming yesterday, he had so much weight on his back that he was almost falling forward. Myself and another member, we just ran over and stopped his back and did a nose drop. Right. He was about to run forward and do a face drop. Wow. So I had to pull him aside and let him know that's not how you work out. It's not how you lift weights. And getting injured is part of my me as well. I'm responsible for that. So don't come inside, put as much weight on the bar and think that that's how you're going to make results from working out.
So, I mean, it really does. You have to have that knowledge of what you're trying to do. And you don't just come in and, like you said, lift a ton of weight and think you're going to be good.
No, and if you don't be afraid to ask questions.
Right. Well, the mechanic told me once, is like, what I'm doing here isn't really that hard, but it's the knowledge to know how to do it that takes me 5 minutes versus somebody who doesn't. It'll take you much longer to get accomplished the same task.
Well, if you're talking about like being a mechanic, you're trying to work on the car, you have to know the right type of tools to use. Right. You can't use a hammer that requires a screwdriver.
I've tried, it doesn't work.
Right?
I'm that guy.
We say, we sculpt bodies.
Right.
And you can't build a statue with a sledgehammer. Right? You have to sometimes use a diamond tool. Right. So that's what we talk about. We're sculpting bodies. Sometimes
so it's really an art.
It really is absolutely an art. Absolutely an art. Whether you're interested in being a competitive workout artist or whether you're interested in just fine-tuning yourself and making yourself healthy.
Yeah. I'm not paying attention.
We'll say it's your focus. We'll say it's the focus.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
It was out of the way. You just walked
it's our fault. It's our fault. Huh?
Are we still sitting?
Yeah. You got about 1.5 foot on top. Let me get your feet. There you go. Better now.
Is it on?
Yeah, it's still on. I didn't stop it.
All right, so folks, as you can see,
Technical difficulties.
We're in the live gym, and
these are things that happen. You have to watch them.
And if you're not careful,
keep in mind we're in the middle of one of the gym sessions.
Watch what's going around. Be careful.
So right now, Jim is actually training some people, and he's running through a circuit. Explain that a little bit.
Well, when you're working people out, these people all have different goals, different desires to work out. So you have to be conscious of who's doing what. I always say to these guys when you're training, stay in your own lane. Right? We have people that are interested in competition. We have people that are interested in just losing weight, leaning out. We have people that are interested in training certain parts of their body. So, when I'm training these guys, you don't have to lift the same amount of weight as the next person. Just stay in your own lane when you're working out. That's what's really important. Really important.
Do you come across that a lot with, I'm sure guys, they see the other guy, he's lifting that much, I can do it too.
Well, especially with guys who just ego.
That's just testosterone.
And it's natural. They think that this is the way to work out. That's the way to work out. And I always explain many times, that's the fastest way to hurt yourself when you're out in the gym. Don't worry about that. It takes sometimes a minute to cool it down. And then once they start to feel comfortable and they start to make results, then they see, oh wow, I'm making results by staying in my own lane. You know, and my ego starts to cool down a little bit, and I see that, you know, the fastest way for me to get results from what I'm trying to do is to find my own lane. You know, I'm in this lane right here. If I go over into the, you know, the other direction, I'm gonna, you know, more than likely crash into a car that's not going in the same direction I'm going in. So, you know, let me just calm down a little bit and, you know, be comfortable in where I'm trying to go.
I have a question or more a point I wanted to, because I've seen a lot of people come in here and they have no clue what they're doing.
Yeah.
No etiquette or anything. What is the basic etiquette to be to have when you're in the gym?
Well, in
in your house.
Well, number one is when you use the weights inside of here, make sure you put them back. Put them back. That's number one. Like
Re-rack.
you see these gentlemen right here, they're wiping down the equipment, they're putting their weights back on the right shelves that they go on because you know you don't want to ride on someone else's sweat. When the next person begins to use their equipment, they make sure that everything is stacked in the right area so you don't have to go around stepping over weights and you know looking for which piece of equipment that you use.
tripping over tripods.
Everyone inside of here.
Curse that woman. We're going to talk to her in a minute.
We have women inside of here that are working out too. So we want to make the atmosphere comfortable for everyone.
And believe it or not, they really do accomplish that between gym and Futaba. This really does feel like a home. I bring my daughters here. My daughters have kind of grown up in this atmosphere, in the gym.
Yes.
Because we've been here for what, good
8 years. Yeah.
8 years along with them.
Isn't that
That's
crazy?
first and foremost.
So it really is a family atmosphere, and I can't stress that enough. That's why we call him Dad and we call her Mom, because he really is looking out for everybody here and what their goals are. So
Jim,
we
thank you
appreciate
for your
that so
time.
much.
God bless you.
We're going to
guys.
walk around
Thank
six
you
more
for having
areas
me
in the
on
gym.
show. And
And
I look forward to being back and hope you guys enjoy this episode. Thank you so much.
That's endorsement right there.
Yeah.
We are with the culprit.
hey, folks, remember just a minute ago our camera fell over?
Yeah.
Well, this is the culprit. She actually works here. Explain who you are.
I am Marjani. I'm the front desk manager here.
Yes.
And normally I'm very prompt. Oh, Jesus. See, this is why I can't walk and talk at the same time.
Good.
As you guys can tell,
Now you can stop the machine.
my focus comes with focus.
I was hoping that would happen when we were doing this.
Yeah.
So it forces
Yes. Doing two things at once is not exactly my specialty.
So how long
especially
have you been here?
I've been here for 3.5 years, almost 4.
Now you see a lot of people coming in.
I do.
Right? Let me ask you this: when the new client comes in, you're the first person they see. What do you tell them?
When they come in here, it kind of depends on what their energy is.
Oh wow!
But what I always start with is we're excited to see you and we're happy to have you.
And they really are.
Because I want our culture to be inviting. I don't want anybody to ever feel intimidated about coming in here.
She's not that scary, folks. She's that big smile.
Yeah.
Well, I think she's more talking about the dudes that are like super ripped and
Yeah.
all these tattoos.
Exactly.
Now, does that ever get you like, oh my god?
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little.
Not even a little.
Well, because that's not the kind of place this is. This is a really family neighborhood thing, and everybody, like you said, we want to be very heartwarming and come on, oh, hey, have a great time. What's the pricing like?
So it all ranges on how long you opt to stay with us. It starts at the most expensive at $60 a month, which I think is pretty good. If you stay with us for 1 or 2 years, it gets cut in half almost at $30 a month and $37 a month. Wow. So depending on how long you want to stay with us, all depends on how much you're paying. And then like the add-ons for the classes and stuff like that.
Now, the add-on for the classes, what other different classes they have?
We have boxing, we have Olympic weightlifting, we have jiu-jitsu, we have a Zumba class.
You notice you didn't mention anything about
We
the
have,
guys?
listen, I'm getting there. Listen.
Best for life.
Oh, best for last, okay.
And as you guys all know, because we are here on Cali Conversations, okay, these two run an amazing Filipino stick fighting technique here. I talk about it all the time. I have brought many people to their knees by the techniques that this man does has taught me.
love it.
So, yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Really good
Hey,
stuff.
this is the proudest I've ever felt.
Yeah,
She's good. She's good.
I like this. You're good for the camera.
I'm telling you, I'm good for something. I just
Well, once you can focus.
Yeah.
When she can focus, that's why
When
she's
I pay
knocking,
attention,
she's
things
knocking
are good.
everything down.
Yeah. If not, it's chaos. But other than that, yeah.
Well, we love the addition because we've always said Jim and Futaba have really harbored this family environment.
Right.
I mean, we've met their kids. We've seen them get married. Like it really is. We've grown with them, and you're a great addition to that same feel, that same vibe.
So let me ask you this, because I know our audience is wanting to know. What days are your Zumba class, first of all? What days are you?
Zumba is Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m.
Now you have a no-gi jiu-jitsu.
We do have a no-gi jiu-jitsu.
What day is that?
Those are mostly Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Like we're really texting the shit.
Mostly Wednesdays and Thursdays, but with Coach Vaughn, you can reach out with her and schedule your courses, especially your first ones, because those are a little different than the normal ones that come to you.
So I need to call on.
And when is boxing? The Solis boxing?
Solis Boxing runs Monday through Thursday, and he also has Saturday morning classes. Kids starting at ages 5 can start at 4:15 p.m. 11 and up starts at 5. 13 and up starts at 6. And then bigger teens and adults is at 7.
Wow.
7 to 8. So yeah.
Where would I fit in that?
You can come to whatever you want. You fit in.
Off the lead.
Oh, yeah.
Where did I go?
Geriatric group.
There is no geriatric group in here, okay?
Yes, we are here at the gym. It is open and people are doing really well. No, it's all right. But
We've only had one person knock over the camera.
Only one.
Only one.
Just me. Very extraordinary individual.
She is.
What can I say?
It's such a family place.
So-
We even got her little brother at the front.
Zumba,
Yes.
and I know they've been doing Zumba here forever.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What does that entail? I mean, I know they do that downstairs.
Yes. Downstairs in the dance room, we do our Zumba classes. It is a very cardio intense class, but it's a lot of fun. It's great music.
You do it?
I have done it a few times, and it is very difficult. Marlene and her daughter are absolutely phenomenal. They're
those two-
amazing.
Dude, I tried to do it for like 10 minutes.
They're good luck keeping up with them, and good luck keeping up with the ladies that come every week.
Oh, yeah,
because
those people.
Trust me when I tell
And
you.
they laugh at me every time I go
Oh,
because
yeah.
they see me stuck.
Yep,
Well, I
they
like
know
that.
who's
There you
new.
go.
They know who's new, but it's a really fun class, and they're also very welcoming. They'll welcome you with open arms. And it's a lot of fun.
So, Olympic training.
Olympic training. Ooh, that stuff is intense. So that's the one thing in here I have never touched. Everything else I think
Yes,
I've
we're
done.
always told don't touch this stuff.
But,
Oh yeah,
I've
everything's in
never done
kilograms, so you know it's
But
not supposed to be touched.
Jim Schmitz is an amazing Olympic weightlifting coach. He's been coaching Olympic weightlifters
Since the beginning of the
since
Olympics.
Beginning of the Olympics, literally, quite literally.
Back
the
in
man
Greece.
is legendary.
He really is.
That's when the Dead Sea was still sinking,
Exactly.
as he says.
No, because I first heard from Jim from a CrossFit practitioner who was getting their first level of training that they could teach. And they're like, oh yeah, Jim Schmidt, and I keep hearing about this hole in the wall gym where he's like, I was like, Jim Schmidt, I know a gym. And then because I've always seen him, and then like, yeah, Sports Palace, and there's some little dungeon somewhere, and nobody knows really where it is.
He's that mystical guy.
And then I finally learned who he is, and I'm like, oh yeah, he's the guy in the basement at the gym I go to all the time.
And he's very nice and he's very quiet, but
Funny
he is
as
a
hell.
powerhouse.
Oh my God.
Funny as ever. An absolute powerhouse, and he runs an amazing program.
He
So,
really does.
by all means, whatever floats your boat, come on down to Physique Magnifique, and it'll really change your.
Doesn't Chicago also do a nutrition program?
She does. So she is a certified, I want to say certified nutrition coach. She can correct me and correct you guys. But yes, so the personal training clients here, and then the people a part of her 6-week program all get to experience that. So basically what that looks like is you are reporting what you are eating from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. You show it to Futaba, and she kind of coaches you and shows you what you can change and what you can fix that are acute to your goals right now.
So I'll tell you something funny. I was trying to get her to help me lose weight. And the first thing she said, that Jim said, is, you have to.
What are you eating?
What are you eating?
Yes.
So yeah, write down everything, right?
Yep.
I got the 3 words, and then I quit.
It's funny, once you are looking at what you're doing yourself, it starts to really set in that it's not
exactly.
pretty, right?
Hamburgers, hot dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, you write it down and you're like, oh, that's not.
I feel embarrassed just thinking about writing down the stuff I ate today.
Because you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to. Like,
I don't want to be like.
But we
no,
always say that we love it when it's horrible because number one, we get a good laugh at it. We're like,
exactly.
we're like, this is gonna be good. But also, those are the people that get the biggest changes ever.
Really?
We are so excited to get those people because that means we have that much more to go. For
Well,
you.
maybe I will try
So
again.
yeah, it's awesome. It's really awesome. That means that as soon as you start with us, you're
see
guaranteed to see results. It's guaranteed.
Wow.
Because you're already that far off the spectrum. You know? Yeah.
Thank you for letting us take including your.
Yeah.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
No,
Thank
no.
you. And I'm sorry for almost ruining your equipment. It'll never happen again.
It's okay. We were gonna build it to you.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, it's been dropped and gravel. It's been dropped.
Oh, everywhere.
Yeah, so many other places.
We're the first.
We were the first. The weird.
Alright.
Mike's gone out.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, folks. Let's go check out another
Thank you very
area
much.
too.
Let's go see the rest of it. Thank you so much, young lady.